Today, from San Diego, California, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's San Diego taking on the Salt Lake City Elks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with their opponents. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more...
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. McKnight. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section, where the columnists write possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Watkins. And his throw here's incomplete.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McKnight. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Crockett. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McKnight. Caught here by Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window there for the completion. On 2nd down now, Crockett. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On 1st down, McKnight. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
He will push his way down to about the 14.
2nd and 8.
From the gun, McKnight. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Elks have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But they're also, because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Operating from the gun, Watkins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins, 30, the 20, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the aftershocks are an extra point away from drawing level.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape, because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Crockett. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, McKnight. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Throwing on 3rd and long. McKnight into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return will stop right around the 25. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a pick six there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick six going the other way.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
We can't have that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Watkins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. throwing on first down. Watkins over the middle, complete. It's McCoy. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second down. Operating from the gun, Watkins.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Watkins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, Watkins. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And what do you think's going through his head right now? Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. That probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory with their play as well as their words. And in this case, he's got something he can fall back on. He's contributed, yet at the same time he's thrown an interception. Got to remember the bottom line, though. They're winning. So he knows if he plays better, they might be winning by more.
And it's only the second quarter, so he's got some time. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Off play action. McKnight. He finds his man, complete. That's Newton. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, McKnight. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Looking to throw. McKnight. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. This is Crockett. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. And his kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Haynes, just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 33.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, Crockett, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. On 1st down, McKnight. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw. McKnight. He's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Looking to throw. McKnight. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Elks are able to stretch out their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, his receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 9-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Watkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. McKnight, and he slings one that's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McKnight. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. McKnight. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 34. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Pressure comes and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Here we go. Here we go. What's the mic? Watch one.
Throwing after the interception. Watkins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Watkins. Throw left side complete. That's Glover. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Back to throw. Watkins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, Watkins. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Watkins looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Glover. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on 3rd down, Watkins, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang at Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
To throw on second down, Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Chambers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Watkins, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. From the gun, he'll hand this off, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Watkins, he finds McCoy. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun, Watkins, and his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Watkins, it's caught, this is White, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. He's got White here. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Off play action. Watkins. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Watkins. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for
touchdown. It's complete. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the aftershocks are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. McKnight, and he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. McKnight, a quick throw, but incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They bring their punter out there now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here, as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Watkins. And Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Off the play fake, Watkins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers. And he's brought down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Watkins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
They'll run on 1st down. Crockett, and he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, McKnight. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, McKnight. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the gun, McKnight. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, McKnight. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McKnight. He finds Hillman. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins, and that is incomplete here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Watkins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. To throw on 2nd down, McKnight. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Crockett.
62 yards on the ground for him so far.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again on the ground, again Crockett. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Off play action. McKnight. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense, because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Watkins. That's complete to White.
7 yards the pickup there. 3 yards remain for second down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Haynes. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This for his running back, McCoy.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. On 1st down, Watkins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Watkins. He finds his man. Complete. That's Haynes. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. On 1st and 10. Watkins. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down. Watkins. Throw left side, complete to Scott. So no gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll look to throw again. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Second and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw. Watkins. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Aftershocks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
They go play action here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Back to throw. McKnight. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a third down. Operating from the gun, McKnight. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll run on first down. Crockett, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Crockett.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers, and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on, because the sense is that, oh, they go into the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Watkins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First down now, but that clock rolling. The throw over the middle taken in, and he's taken down inside the 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Got a man, and it's Baldwin again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Haynes. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Watkins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Salt Lake City, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.